Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video and your daily updates. On the XRP, we're going to do a full update here. We'll talk about the fundamentals and then mostly market fundamentals because unfortunately I don't have any specific XRP news to talk about. Yesterday we did have some news regarding other potential ETFs. I believe we actually had some news on the Solana ETF and that the SEC acknowledged the 19.4B filing, I think. But that's not really doing anything for XRP. I mean, we've talked about that before. I mean, XRP, it's very much waiting for one thing, and that's resolving the case between Ripple and SEC. And if anything changes in that, I'll let you know as soon as I can. But for now, nothing has changed regarding that. So yeah, fundamentally, not much to talk about specifically regarding XRP. However, there are some fundamentals today that are important for XRP specifically as well. And that is mainly the inflation rate data. Very bright screen this early morning, but no, today, later in the afternoon, we have CPI and inflation rate data. All right, so core inflation rate year on year, month on month for the inflation rate and core inflation rate as well. And the CPI. That will matter, all right? And that's going to matter for the US monetary policy. And at this point of time, if you look at the market circumstances, like Bitcoin doesn't really have that much momentum. The entire market doesn't really have that much momentum right now. I mean, there's obviously some coins that are still doing pretty good, as you can see right here as well. But most are not doing amazing. Although there's actually an interesting alert coming in right here, but we'll get to that a bit later, or I'll look at that later. But not much specific momentum in the markets right now. So something like the monetary policy actually does matter again. And that's why inflation rate data, which is the most important economic data type we have, matters as well. All right, so that's later today. Now, the big question is, all right, we want lower than expected data. That would be bullish. If it's higher than expected, if the inflation rate is higher than the consensus, I would say, and this is what I've been saying with XRP for the last time already, is that we'll reject from this level at 2.5 and that will drop down lower into that area between 2.2 and 2.1. I don't think XRP, and I've said this before, but I don't think XRP is going to drop down to $2 all of a sudden with the next move. I think the level at 2.2, 2.1 has enough liquidity and enough strength to actually hold up the price. But ultimately, $2 and 1.75 are also a possibility. It's just not short-term possibilities. So yeah, I really do think that the price of XRP right now is just very dependent on the development of the market. And the development of the crypto market as a whole is very dependent on the inflation rate data. All right, so I think in general, looking at XRP, after having been rejected at this level, at 2.5, 2.6 for a couple of times now already, it's in general already most likely that will drop down to that level at 2.2 and 2.1. But I would say if the inflation rate data is higher than expected, we'll get down there pretty soon. All right. So this is still most likely. Now, the big question is as well, all right, well, if the inflation rate data is actually positive, right? So if it's lower than expected, if it's as expected, nothing will change. But if it's lower than expected, I do think, first of all, that XRP can have a good move up. And whether we can actually break out or not, I find hard to say. I would say no, all right? And the reason why I would say no is that there is no specific strength for XRP right now, all right? I mean, most of you know, and most of you still remember when XRP was very strong and had a lot of momentum, and the price action was just much more. And even with the smallest Bitcoin move up, we actually saw quite a lot of strength. But now, like we had some strength for last week Friday, XRP barely moved. All right, so therefore, I mean, if the data is good, we will get a move up into 2.6, 2.7. But I still do not think we would be able to break out because we are lacking that specific XRP momentum that we would need, I think, to actually break out. All right, so short-term volatility, I think, depends on the outcome of the data today. But kind of mid-term, medium-term, I still think it's most likely will stay in this consolidation range between 2.6 and 2.15, which also means expecting a drop into that level at 2.15. But those are my thoughts. That's all I think you need to know. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.